I don't remember, but I put a lot of stuff on top of the chest so that I didn't think anybody would look in the chest. It was too much trouble.
Did you personally put those in there?
I did.
Just those two guns?
Just those.
So Martha Jane took the stand in the Melody Farris trial on day 15. Martha Jane is very close to Melody Farris. She's also very close to Rusty because Rusty is her stepson. She helped her around the home, helped her with recipes, and also helped her power wash her home. So she said that she loves Melody and she loves Rusty. She just didn't like that they were having a relationship when Melody was married. And so she came forth with this new evidence. Prosecution basically asked, why did you come forward? And she said, well, I know I put these firearms in this chest and it was covered with blankets and a TV was over the chest. And once she heard Rusty's testimony, she thought about it and said, let me go check for these firearms. One of the firearms that was in that chest is no longer there. The bullets are still there in the locked safe. Melody was the only person that knew about the firearms. And so she's thinking Melody may have taken them. Now, she can't say for sure, but she definitely said that she's checked that house several times and her gun safe, and the firearm is missing. That was a firearm that her husband purchased for her prior to his death. So the defense comes back and they say, well, why come forward now? It's been several years since this murder occurred, and now you want to bring this up? You didn't realize it was missing long ago? And she was like, well, no, I didn't. But, once I saw this on TV, I didn't even know that the trial was starting. And I felt like I had to tell the truth and report this evidence. And so they just questioned her about that. They basically were trying to discredit her testimony, but I don't think it worked. I'm still a little confused, though, about how things transpired or may have transpired. What actually occurred? I also feel like there is some shadiness with Rusty and Melody in those phone conversations and the code words. Plus, her daughter Amanda and her husband Chad. It's those four together against her other three children, Chris, Scott, and Emily. So it's one side versus the other. And I don't know. It's puzzling. I honestly think Melody had something to do with this. She had to have. And I know Rusty probably knew what was happening as well. Reporting on these trials can be so tough because you want to know who did it and why. But in Melody Farris' trial, there's all the motives in the world to say that she did it. But is that enough evidence that the prosecution has against her to convince the jury to convict her? I don't know, you guys. I'm on the fence with this one. Part of me says, yes, absolutely, she's involved. But then another part of me looks at her other kids. Like they all had the motive, because if something happens to the mom and she goes to jail or she passes away or anything of that nature, then everything goes to the children, right? I don't know. I'm a bit confused on this case, and I'm really interested to get to the very end to see what the jury is going to decide on. Now, the judge presiding over the case is predicting the jury to have the case for deliberation next week, probably by Tuesday or Wednesday. This case has been dragging on. Today is day 15. I don't know for sure if they're going to go tomorrow, if they're going to come into court tomorrow for day 16. I know they talked about a Saturday, so we shall see. But let me know what you guys think. Do you feel like Melody is guilty, or is there somebody else?